Hey guys, welcome back to my channel TechSoin. This is tutorial second of MS Excel series. In my last video, I have talked about MS Excel interface. So before watching tutorial second, please make sure you watch tutorial 1 first. Its link is available below in the description of this video. Let's move further. There are two good ways to start MS Excel. First is by double clicking on the MS Excel icon. Second method is by using run window. You just have to type Excel command in the run box, press enter and Excel starts. By using Windows key plus R key available on the keyboard, you can open run box. So this is workbook and these are what we call worksheets. In order to differentiate what these worksheets are for, best practice is to rename them accordingly. For that, you can either double click on the worksheet tab, change its name, or by right clicking on the tab and select rename. Now it is easy to identify that this sheet contains sales data and the second one is for expenses. Okay. Using insert option, you can insert a new worksheet, a chart, a macro or a dialog. Macros and MS Excel dialog are advanced feature of MS Excel. Macros are something related with automating your worksheets. And Excel dialog allows you to create forms in Excel or dialog windows. And these are the templates which get automatically installed when you install MS Excel 2019. Okay. Delete option allows you to delete the worksheet. You can also change tab colors like this, and also hide and unhide sheets. To hide any sheet, click on hide, and to unhide it, click on unhide like this. Okay. Next is move or copy. Using this option, you can move or copy worksheets either in the same workbook or to some other. Let's see how it works. This is our Excel workbook that is currently open and these are the worksheets. Selecting move to end option moves the worksheet to the last of all worksheets. You can see here that this worksheet has been moved to the end. You can also move a worksheet to another workbook. It can be a new workbook or existing workbook that is currently open. Select the worksheet, new workbook or the one which has been currently opened and then click OK. You can see that selecting this option has moved the sheet completely to a new workbook and without leaving a copy behind in the main one. But if you select create a copy, it will create a copy of the worksheet in another workbook besides retaining the worksheet in the main workbook. Okay. Next is product sheet option. This feature of Excel is very important. What does this option do is it prevents other users of the worksheet from accidentally or deliberately editing, moving or deleting data in the worksheet. It means that by using this option, you can restrict users or whosoever access your workbook to perform particular things only. such as you can restrict users so that they may not be able to insert and delete rows and columns, do formatting, sorting, and other things. All you have to do is select all those functions which you want to allow. All other remaining that are unchecked will be restricted for the users. Okay. So by activating the first two functions, I am allowing users to select the cells only and all other things are not allowed. I will explain about locked and unlocked cells once I finish with the product sheet option, and moreover we'll see how we can lock cells as well. As of now, you are required to know it is something to do with selecting the cells or cell range. Okay. You can set password as well. It will be required when you want to unprotect your worksheet. And I'm entering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then OK. Now let's try to delete this column. You can see insert, delete and other formatting options are inactive because the worksheet is currently protected. Let's try to clear the contents of this column. We have received a warning message. The cell or chart you are trying to change is on a protected sheet. To make a change, unprotect the sheet, you might be requested to enter a password. Now to remove restrictions, we'll have to unprotect it first. Right click, unprotect, password. The sheet is now unprotected. And I can perform all functions in the sheet that were previously restricted. I hope it is clear. And what a good feature it is. Let's talk about locked and unlocked cells now. It is similar to what we did previously. Previously, we protected the worksheets. Likewise, we can protect the cells as well. One thing is important to know is by default all cells in MS Excel are locked. To check, right click on the cell, select format cells, protection. You can see here the cell is locked. If the cells are locked, I should not be able to delete the contents of the cells, but I am able to do so. The reason is locking cells in Excel has no effect unless or until you protect your worksheet. To do that, go to Review and Protect Sheet. Now all the cells are locked. Let's see more about locked and unlocked cells with an example. So this table contains sales data. This is price and quantity. I have applied formula in these cells to automatically calculate the sales amount as soon as I enter values under price and quantity. Moreover, I do not want users to accidentally or deliberately delete, edit or modify the formula. So I will have to protect the formula cells of this sheet. As I've already told that all cells in Excel are locked by default, and to affect it, you will have to protect the worksheet. Let's see what happens. I am not able to enter values under price and quantity and getting a warning message. That means now I have to unprotect the cells where I want to add data and protect the cells where formula is applied. Okay, so this is my range where data is to be entered. Right click, format cells, protection, and I'm unchecking it. Unchecking it will unlock the cell range. Now go to review, protecting the worksheet, trying to edit the formula. I'm getting a warning message again. Entry data under price and quantity. You can see that I can add values in the cells which are unlocked and not in the cells which are locked. Okay, so this is the concept of locked and unlocked cells. I've explained the concept of locked and unlocked cells with the help of a very simple example, and this is all in this video. For doubts if any, please feel free to comment, and do not forget to hit like button and subscribe this channel. Stay tuned to know more about MS Excel 2019. In my next video, I will tell you how we can set different type of font and their size by default and other discrete features of MS Excel 2019. Thank you.